Maikebisetsong a ho aha Freistata e ratwang ke rona ebile e kenyeleditse le bao ba phelang ka boqhwala. Letsatsing la kajeno re tsamaya le Lefapha la Puso ya Kopanelo le Tsamaiso ya Borena, Lefapha la Ntshetsopele ya Setjhaba mmoho le mekgatlo eo e bang e ikemetse ho tla tshwara mosebetsi wa matsatsi a mabedi. Tabakgolo e le hona o tla hlohleletsa bobuelli le bohlokwa ba batho ba phelang ka boqhwala ka hare ho dimasepala tsa rona. Tsena tsohle di etsahala ka kwano ka Dr. Rantlein Molemela Indoor Sports Centre. Ha re yeng.
The observance of the day is to set the tone and promote disability advocacy and advancement of persons with disability, including mobilization of support for the dignity, rights, and well-being of people with disabilities. People living with disabilities continue to inspire us to appreciate life regardless of its challenges. In most instances, they do remarkable things which many able-bodied people cannot do. In spite of the limitation of the necessary resources to make things simple for them, they still strive to succeed.
As SALGA, our mantra as an organization is to support the progressive realization of the developmental local government through, one, the establishment of reasonable accommodation for persons with disabilities that include accessible infrastructures and equity in employment as well as in service delivery. Our mandatory support to municipalities has resulted in the improvement of accessible municipal buildings in some municipalities, in terms of ramps, in terms of demarcated disability parkings, in terms of the lifts where you have a more than one-story building, in terms of ablution facilities, job access, and employment of persons with disabilities. We, however, acknowledge that a lot still to be done. Employment of persons with disabilities still falls far from the national target of 2%, which the white paper currently is targeting 7%. Some of our infrastructure program directors, such as municipal buildings, we acknowledge that are not accessible, therefore are an impediment to the access and equal service to persons with disabilities. Our road networks, our pavements, our water, sanitation and safety and security, and environmental health remains a challenge to the majority of persons with disabilities.
Government includes guidelines that guides service delivery mechanisms for persons with disabilities, which means that it looks at an inclusive improvement of delivering services to persons with disabilities. My office is concluding the guidelines on this aspect of the machinery, especially government inclusive management within the next month. And we are going to consult those guidelines very clearly. One of the functions of the National Disability Rights Machinery is to monitor government, to see how government delivers on its mandates. There might be political mandates, there might be legal mandates, but all of those are monitored closely by the National Disability Rights Machinery. Apart from that, it provides indicators to all government departments, all spheres of government, as to what are the indicators that are needed to achieve disability equality development.
The issue of disability should be embraced as everybody's business in local government, and this should be reflected in our IDPs, budgets, and special programs. Promotion and protection of human rights is a primary role of state, and by state, we mean a single entity regardless of its spheres in terms of unitary or federal orientation.
The need to create more awareness on stuttering and dyslexia in schools. We said all department needs to ensure compliance on disability representation as per Employment Equity Act requirement. And we said that they be given assistive devices as enablers to help for maximum performance at the workplace. We have those resolutions, and this committee need to ensure implementation of those resolutions. We also talked about transport, sports and recreation. We talked about education matters. We talked about health matters. We talked about human settlement and housing, that houses be built for people with disability and that they be made compatible to their disability. There is a challenge in the province, which was raised, which is a long-term thing to deal with, but that needs all of us to work together, including the NGOs and the NPOs that are here today. They must help us to deal with the challenge that is there. Bana bao elong hore ba tshwara starag ba bitswang ka hore ke di-slow learner, including le bana ba bang ba elong hore o na le physical disability maro o hantle empa fela e le physical disability. We have said let them be incorporated into the mainstream ya dikolo tse teng e se ba neng ba nkuwe ba iswe bokae le bokae le bokae. Mar challenge e bang teng e ba appointment e proper ya bana ba jwalo ya matishere dikolong mane hore e ba thuse hore ba rutwe hantle. It is something e santseng re kopaneleng re lwaneleng kaofela. The other challenge is ha ba fitla grade 7 ha ho so bile ho lokisetswa ho proper hore ha ba ya high school ebe high school e ready ho ba amohela. It is something e re batlang kaofela ha rona re kopane re lwanele hore e loke. Those are some of the challenges that are still there that need all of us to work on them so that we should overcome them.
We want to mainstream the municipalities so that they can be able to deal with people with disabilities by making sure that they provide services which are not excluding them. We want to make sure that they are included on the plans of the municipalities. When the municipality is planning the IDPs, we want to make sure that they are represented within the meetings and within the plans, that there is a gender balance between the functions that are being done within those plans. We make sure that there is going to be a responsive budget that is going to assist with implementing programs that are going to help people with disability to get access, reasonable accommodation into the facilities. When they are being provided with services of the municipality, they are also accommodated in terms of their needs.
Jwalo ka ha letona la ntshetsopele ya setjhaba e leng ngena mme Mamiki Qabathi a se a boletse hore diqeto tseo e bang di letsang kuwa ka summit ya 2016 di tlameha ho kengwa tshebetsong pele ho ka nkuwa diqeto tse ntjha. Yenwa ya buang ke moradi wa Hamfeketo ke Mathato le Thato Kgatsi. Tsatsi la pele ke se ke le qetile, tsatsi la bobedi he le tla sala le ena Mojalefa wa Haradi Bunyane. Mohi ke eo a latele.
Jwalo ka ha wa Mphato wa ka Thenjiwa a sa hlalositse, letsatsi ke la bobedi la mmoka wa batho ba phelang le bokowa mo mmoko taba e leng ho totobatsa hore ho holofala ha ho bolele ho se kgonahale ha re kene ka hare re inkeletsa bohlokwa.
The following are the key recommendations. Since the beginning of, the mandate, I have put the needs of the persons with disability at all fronts and participated in the development of policies, systems, and processes that alleviate discrimination, unemployment, poverty, and inequality. For 2020, I want to encourage compliance by promoting disability mainstreaming through policy formulation and capacity building, including mobilization for support of critical issues relating to the inclusion of persons with disability in all municipal plans. And therefore, we as the department, we are saying that, we are going to ensure at least these particular aspects of capacitating and ensuring that, the development of people with disabilities is taken care of in all spheres, in all levels of planning. Hence, from the IDP, we are saying from IDPs to budgeting, we want to see the disability, fraternity taken care of. And this is the oversight role that the MEC of COGTA will ensure that he plays.
When our kids or banaba disabled who are 0 to 18, ba refer to these special schools, ne? That thing I handle it proper. Because we find the situation eloring MEC ma ba no buile ka di slow lane, ne? Ko dikolong at the mainstream schools, how now what we call as support-based teams. Tailoring, di kentse batho ba disabled le ba tshwadi ba bana ba sa itekanelang. So that ho be le ntho e hantle ya hore when a person pick up or motho yona ke slow learner, o santsa mo declare fela without proper channels and everything.
As COGTA, we have come to realize that the employment of people living with disability, it's still a challenge in our municipalities. We had the very summit in 2016 and there were certain resolutions arrived at. And then today's summit was simply trying to check on the actual progress made. But we've come to realize also that look, the challenge still remains, especially in terms of employment of people living with disability at senior management level. However, there's strides made in various departments, provincial, in terms of employing people with disability, but it's not yet at the level where we want it to be, or in terms of the directive of the Department of Public Service and Administration. Because our department as COGTA currently we're standing at 7% in terms of the employment of people living with disability. But the level at which they are employed, it's still a challenge. We want them to be employed at senior level, in levels that make decisions in government, so that whatever needs they may have are actually taken care of and are elevated at the correct level. Because if senior managers are people living with disability, either 2% or 3% of them, at least it means all the issues affecting people living with disability will be taken care of and will be implemented, because then the decision makers will be part of them. So that's what we are also seeking to achieve and strive for.
A disability focal person are represented on a management level. O ka ba betere ka hore ditaba tsa rona di ka feta hantle ho ya managementing ho fihlella le re bona hore le batho kwa fatshe ba kgona ho thola molaetsa ka batho ba le ke bona ba ikemetseng.
Ke startile business last year, so yanong ke be na le ke ne startile ka art pele. After that this year ke be plana okay ke be dira journey tsa matsogo. I care batho ba bang le ba bang ba na tsa dira dilo tsa matsogo. So le nna ke be tswella pele se ke na le shone ka kelello ke be khona ho se etsa.
Re fihlile pheletsong ya mmoka ona, mme re a tshepa hore lefapha le tla atlehisa tsohle tse tshotluweng mmokeng ona. Hopola hore Hlasela TV o itliseditswe ke Bombenero Investments ha mmoho le kopanelo le mmuso wa Free State. Nna ka lebitso ke Mojalefa Rabudinyane ke re ho wena e tsho kgotso.